What is going on, guys? Taylor Stuber with LocksDFS.com, bringing you my locks and sleepers for this 10-game Wednesday NBA slate. Had another good day yesterday. FanDuel missed. DraftKings, ton of good calls, especially on the live stream. What you get with Locks DFS is if you join, you get the cheat sheets, you get the invite to the private Slack chat. But I think the best addition that we've added lately was the live stream up until lock. I go live around 30 minutes before lock, but I think I talked to a couple of members, and I think it would be more beneficial for me to do 45 minutes before lock, so I'm going to try to do that. But as soon as Jeremy Lin was announced the starter, quickly announced to everyone that he was by far the best value on the board outside of Josh Jackson and D'Anthony Melton. So many of our members got him in. I believe he scored like 38 fantasy points at 4.1K, which really did well on top of our locks with Josh Jackson and D'Anthony Melton. And then you could pretty much pay for whatever you want. But anyways, let's just get into today's slate because I really like it. 10 games, like I said. A lot to dissect, but there's not much value on this slate. So I still want to get up to James Harden. That's always going to be the goal if Eric Gordon and Chris Paul continue to be out, which they are, even in a tough matchup against Milwaukee. But we know that he is matchup proof, and it doesn't really matter who he's playing. He's going to have a monster usage, monster assist percentage. And we're going to want to fit him in because if he's not 13K or something, it's really not even a debate. 12-2 seems expensive, but for what he's doing and the opportunity he has right now, it's hard for me not to play him. So more of the mid-range is where I want to go. Miles Turner is doubtful for this game. And they've only played like 200 minutes together, so it doesn't change all that much. But with Miles Turner off the court this year, he does have a 25.5% usage rating. And what is surprising, he has an 18.8% assist rate, which is pretty crazy for a big man like that that's not named Nikola Jokic. And his rebounding rate is an absurd, or his total rebound percentage is 22.1%, which is pretty insane. Averaging 1.35 fantasy points per minute. And yeah, it's Miles Turner being off the court, really, it's just he gets more minutes, and that's always the worry because they almost never play together, and so they split the center minutes. And so if he's off the court, Sabonis is probably going to play 32, 33 minutes, and then Kyle O'Quinn will get the remaining 16 or 17 minutes, however many minutes there are to give, which also gives an additional minutes to Thaddeus Young, just because those few minutes that Turner and Sabonis play next to each other, Thad is going to pick up all of those and continue to play like 35 minutes. So I think he's a really strong play over on FanDuel, where he is 5.7K, and then Sabonis obviously is a must play at 7K. Over here on DraftKings, Sabonis is 7.1K, still a must play in my opinion. And Thad Young is 5.7K. Not as appealing on DraftKings at that price, but still I like it quite a bit, even though it is a pretty tough matchup against the Boston Celtics. Some other players I like, obviously Alec Burks, no longer on the team. Dante Exum, Ricky Rubio, Cephalosha, all out for this game. Donovan Mitchell really pops off the screen with these guys off. 36.9% usage rate. His assist rate isn't the highest. It is, if I can find it, 20%. So he pretty much is running the entire team while he's out there, playing a middling defense in the Orlando Magic. But they're still projected for 107.75 points. So if you project him to score 107 points, he has a high likelihood, since he's going to be playing 36, 38, maybe 40 minutes this game, to be a part of a lot of those. So he is a pretty strong play on both sides. 7.9K over here on FanDuel. I think the price tag might scare people off, but I do like it quite a bit, even though Victor Oladipo is only 400 more, but he has been pretty disappointing since coming back from his injury. But Donovan Mitchell over here, 7.3K. I really like this price tag. It's hard for me not to play him, because if there's no value, I'm probably going to go with a more balanced lineup, because James Harden, you're going to need to find these value plays, and there really is no value because outside of Raul Neto, who's 4.3K, he benefits probably the most on the Jazz with those guys out, just because he's going to be playing around 30 minutes if he can, depending on how well he's playing. Played 29 minutes last game after Ricky Rubio. Believe he played 5 minutes and then left the game. So you give him those 5 minutes, he plays 34 minutes. Not that bad. So I really like these guys tonight. Wish you guys the best of luck, and until next time, peace.